Hey everybody, it's Miss Susan, and I want to thank you for joining me for episode 5 of the Every Child Ready to Read program. Today we're going to be talking about writing, and I'm going to share with you some things to look for to help your child start writing, because writing and reading go hand in hand. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you just a little bit of information about how writing helps your little one get ready to read. And then I'm going to show you the different stages that you'll notice in your child as they start to write, as we're working with them to learn how to read. So give me a second. Let me switch my camera around and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Reading and writing go together. Both are ways to represent spoken words and to communicate information or tell stories. Children become aware that printed letters stand for spoken words as they see print used in their daily lives. They see parents and others read newspapers, food labels, road signs, and mail. They watch caregivers write lists, jot down reminders, or make notes on a calendar. Children develop a knowledge of the purpose and meaning of reading through writing. Once your child can grasp a thick crayon or a marker, give him or her unlined paper and plenty of opportunities to draw and write. Talk to your child about what he or she draws. Ask questions and respond to what your child says. You also can make up a story to go with the drawing. Now I want to talk to you just a little bit about how a child writes and how we as parents can take a second and jump into their shoes. Hold on a second. I'm going to turn my camera around and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so I have my pen and I have my paper, and I'm using my left hand, which I never use to write. So if you get a chance to try this, I want you to try this too. See if you can write your name using your non-dominant hand. So let's see if we can write Susan. Okay, we got the S. I'm telling you, this is not easy. I mean, just holding the pencil, I actually have to really use a lot of brain power to figure out how to write it with this hand, because I don't normally write it with this hand. That's not too bad, because if I normally wrote it with my other hand, and of course I can go faster, but because I've been doing it all my life, I don't have to think about it. But when you're trying to think about how to make the letter, how to make it straight, it's a challenge. Oh my goodness, look at that. And then of course, as adults, I'm trying to think of how to spell. And I'm spelling library wrong. Anyway, at least this gives you an idea about your little one when they're starting out, just trying to write for the very first time, what it's like to hold a writing utensil, what it's like to make shapes, what it's like to try this new experience. It's a challenge. So, all right, so I'm going to turn my camera back around to my PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to show you the different ways that your child can practice their writing skills. All right. Well, as children scribble and draw, they practice eye-hand coordination and exercise their muscles in their fingers and their hands. This helps develop the fine motor control that they need to write letters and words. Encourage your children to sign their name on their drawings. Even this begins as a scribble. Children learn that they can write something that represents their name. Later, your child will write the initials of his or her first and last name, and then the complete name. Ask your child to label parts of his or her drawing. This also helps your child understand that letters and words stand for things. All right, everybody, that's it for me, Miss Susan from the Matteson Area Public Library. Thanks again for joining me for another of our Every Child Ready to Read program. Take a look at the link in the description below. You'll get a link to our next activity sheet with the Rubber Ducky Club. It'll have lots of different chances for your child to practice their writing skills. So stay tuned. We have one more episode left, episode 6, and we're going to be talking about playing, and I'm going to show you how playing will also help your child get ready to read. Thanks again for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Bye.